Hello everyone and welcome back to the 2021 Osu Catch World Cup. Dolan here, and I'll be joined by my man Snow Leopard for China versus Indonesia. How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. I think this match is going to be pretty exciting. We get to see who's going to go up against Australia or the United States. That'll be the winner of this match. What are you thinking about it so far?
I think it's still shocking to see these two teams face off in the losers bracket this early in the tournament. You go back to 2016, these two teams were top three, and now they meet in the losers bracket. Should be a very exciting match. China, of course, getting sent here by Hong Kong, who were victorious over France. And Indonesia I believe they took a loss to Russia in the round of 16 and have beaten Finland. They're now looking to remain undefeated in the losers bracket.
Yeah, and we already got our bans coming out now. We have China banning Nomad 1, Indonesia going to be banning Double Time 2.
Those are actually pretty sensible bans here from both teams. China probably just wanting to take out that Nomad 1. It would definitely be something that Indonesia's confident on, considering the fact that I think most people are aware that Indonesia is the underdog here. And Indonesia going with the DT2 ban. As we know, China very skilled on double time.
Definitely, yeah. I'm curious what's the first map that's going to come out. I believe it should be Indonesia's pick.
Yeah, it should be Indonesia's pick. They won the roll, getting the last ban, and they will go with Hard Rock 1. Astronauts, courtesy of Gemzu.
Yeah, this is one of the custom mapped ones, I believe. It's always good to see those coming out.
Very short one as well. 220. But Indonesia, despite being weaker this year than they have been in past years, they still have quite the roster. We see Dika, Netamaru, and Kroneko. Indonesia are one of those teams that have a surprising amount of depth in their country.
Yeah, Indonesia normally do pretty well just for that fact. And then we have China, who also normally can do pretty well on most of our maps. Although this year, they've been looking a little shaky, honestly. I think this match is going to be very interesting no matter how it ends, because we're either going to see China kind of picking it back up and, crushing them, or maybe China doesn't do super well again on this match, and it might point to them just not being as strong as they have been in the past. We'll have to see how they do here.
Yeah, as you said, it's a fairly new roster for China. Aside from the Dusk and Crystal, the mainstays, you have Colvir and Cianis coming on. Two new players to the Chinese roster, but had the chance to play against them in AXS. Very skilled players.
Absolutely, yeah. And from the matches that I've been watching in the past so far this CWC, some of those new players have been the ones that have actually been taking like MVP. I believe Kuvir in particular has been the highest score player for multiple maps of theirs, and I've seen some like kind of uncharacteristic misses from Dusk and Crystal. May have just been the maps at the time, or I believe some of them have had internet issues, but we'll have to see how it goes.
Well, here we go. We're going to get this match started on Indonesia's Hard Rock 1 pick as we await Crystal to load in. By the way, shoutouts to my favorite Osu player of all time, Crystal.
Good guy.
I mean, he's in many World Cups for many modes.
Yeah, that alone is impressive. I
believe he's competed in 3 of the 4 World Cups for China. And in Catch and Standard has done quite well. So here we go. Nobody caught out on the intro. Except Netamaru there. He will go down shortly after. So early advantage for China here as we approach the 200 combo mark.
Yeah, kind of a bit of a weird miss there during a slow section, but recovered nicely. Will hurt them a little bit.
And that miss was just before the 200 combo mark, so if there is a miss from China, Indo will have a very slight advantage. Nearing the halfway mark. China still holding on to 3 FCs. Kroneko goes down for Indonesia. And that is not going to be good for Indonesia. China going to grow that score lead.
Starting to approach about the halfway mark. China looking very good so far on this pick. Not good for Indonesia, because this was Indonesia's pick, so this would be a break point if China can get this.
Oh, Crystal goes down. That's a big drop from Crystal. Massive break from Crystal. It's not going to be enough because there were 2 misses from Indonesia, but that is going to put Indonesia right back in it.
Yeah, so far we only have 3 FCs left on the board, but Dusk.
And that is all Indo needed. Kovir, as we mentioned before, is the lone FC. He's going up against Dika. The Netamaru's recovered from the early miss. And down goes Kovir, and that's going to complete the misses from China. No FCs. Indonesia now, a third of the map left, have the advantage, and they know it.
Yeah, Dika, the last man standing with the full combo. Really holding it down for Indonesia so far.
And Dusk misses again right as he gets up to 200. Kovir goes down as well. It's only Crystal, and now Indo are just storming ahead with this lead.
Yeah, that little break at the end may have given China a little bit of nerves. They saw that they were behind. All their players had just missed, and it's crumbling a little bit. So we still only have one player above 200 for China. Dusk finally getting there now, but it's a little too late. The map is about to end.
Yeah, there's nothing China can do. Indonesia are going to come home with a point here on their opening pick, and that is exactly what they needed. Looked a little shaky for them in the beginning, but the misses from Dusk and Crystal allowed them to come back and take the point. 1-0, Indonesia.
Yeah, that was really well played by Indonesia. I was a little worried for them at first, just because they had those early misses, and China was looking strong. I believe all three of them had the FC
By the way, that's
around halfway.
6 scores over 1 million points.
Yeah, that alone is impressive.
Crystal just had that one big drop in the middle, recovered nicely. Dusk struggled quite a bit, but China is going to respond with double time 1, the Rockma map. Showdown.
Interesting. We see Dusk and Crystal not in the lobby now. Kovir staying on. Curious if one or both of them is going to be coming back in.
Sienna stepping in for his first performance of the match.
Yeah, kind of like I was mentioning earlier, Kovir there, up until the very end, was doing the best for China, and I've seen that a lot with some of their kind of newer players. You'd expect Dusk and Crystal to be leading, but they've been doing really well.
Honestly, these are the two Chinese players that you really need to watch out for now. The new boys on the block, Kovir and Sianis. They put in some amazing scores in AXS. And complemented by Crystal, it's going to be a scary roster. Indonesia will go with 0 substitutions for now.
Yeah, with the, I think it was 0 miss, 1 miss, 1 miss. Indonesia probably feeling pretty good so far about the players they got in. China's still trying to figure out how to fix up those mistakes for this next one.
What makes this match also very interesting is these are two countries and two teams that know each other so well. I mean, they have had many a battle in the Catch World Cup.
Oh, absolutely. Like you mentioned earlier, these teams normally would face off later in the World Cup, most of the time in the winners bracket, so very interesting to see them here in the semifinals loser bracket.
Yeah, it's kind of still crazy to know that one of these teams is going to be eliminated in top 12. There is the start command from our referee, Dave.
So yeah, China finally deciding to actually swap Kovir out, and they're going to have Crystal and Dusk coming back in, but we will have Sinus.
Yeah, Sinus up there at the top of the screen. However, this is China's bread and butter. This is double time. It's something they are known quite well for. Indonesia have a couple double time players on their side as well. Kroneko will find an early miss.
Yeah, if I was Indonesia right now, I wouldn't be super worried about the double time picks. I would just take those as, well, we're probably going to lose it, but as long as we get our picks,
Ooh, Dusk
we'll
goes down early.
Kroneko going to be trading a little bit after.
That was a relatively big drop there from Kroneko, but thankfully the miss from Dusk is going to still keep Indo somewhat in this. Oh, Crystal. So Crystal and Dusk are down, and Kroneko is down as well, so that's 2 FCs to 1. Indonesia with the advantage actually here is Dika and Netamaru doing the work against Sianis. Dika does go down. Netamaru goes down. It's only Sianis. And now the combo's building back up for China. Sianis does go down, so there's no FCs remaining. Dika, the only 200 combo for Indonesia. Dusk and Crystal now at 200 for China.
Yeah, Netamaru found a miss as well. It's right after Sianis.
China can just hold on here. They should have this coming to the end. But any misses are going to be brutal here.
And we saw Kornetko found another miss a little bit ago, just kind of securing that lead for China a little bit. And there we have it. Another quick map, only 1 minute and 20 seconds with double time applied. China going to be getting their first point for the match.
Yeah, very quick and speedy map. There was a second where it looked like Indo had a shot. But it is a team sport, and China coming through with the bigger scores. Cianis is going to be your MVP. My bad, it's actually going to be Dika with the highest score in the lobby for Indonesia.
Yeah, Cianis is going to be the MVP for China's team, though. If you look at their team alone, which, again, kind of goes back to that point. We keep seeing Crystal and Dusk be, uncharacteristically shaky on some of these maps. Which is really interesting to see. I think it is probably playing a big part to why China's in loser bracket right now, honestly.
It just hasn't really been their year this year, which is so unusual to see out of China, but Indonesia are going to respond with Hidden 1 here. Going through the ones, we've gone through Double Time 1, Hard Rock 1, and now Hidden 1. And Nomad 1 has been banned, so the ones are done. AR9, around 2 minutes here. And this is just a pick that screams Indonesia.
Absolutely, yeah. We're going to see Dika and Nenamaru still in for Indonesia. They're thinking about their third player. Meanwhile, China has Kovir in so far.
And China's still wondering about the 2 players in their roster. Indonesia now going to be swapping out some more players here, so very interesting.
Yeah, both teams taking quite a while to figure out which players they want here.
And as we have said, the winner of this match will play the winner of Australia and the United States later in the weekend. Could you imagine if we get China, USA in top 8?
That would be, that'd be quite a match.
Those 2 teams have not met since Grand Finals of 2018.
Yeah, I think
correctly.
Honestly, that would be the craziest part about that match is that one of them would be losing in top 8. And that's just unheard of in recent years for CWC.
It's definitely been a CWC to remember. The bracket has definitely been shaken up quite a bit. And it looks like the substitutions are in. For China, it will be Crystal, Kovir, and Dusk. Indonesia will send in Dika, Netamaru, and Lewin making his first appearance of the match.
So Indonesia keeping their squad pretty similar, just bringing in Lewin. China, again, sticking with the Crystal Dusk combo.
I see someone in chat saying standard player in catch. I'll have you know Crystal is quite the catch player. A former world champion. Multiple world champion. Crystal is the man of many modes.
Yeah, he's just crazy.
But Indonesia looking to retake the lead here.
Very early miss from Kovir. And it looks like Crystal as well.
Yeah, it looks like they both had early misses at around the same point, but it shouldn't matter too much once these players get up to the 200 combo mark. Lewin and Dusk will trade as everyone else at 200.
Yeah, Dusk just missed that hyper there and could not get across.
Ooh, Crystal, Lewin, Dika down. Kovir as well. It is now only Netamaru above 200 combo for Indonesia. Netamaru is putting in the damage right now on the scoreline. Dusk stopping the bleeding. Lewin is down as well. Now China flip it.
Yeah, Netamaru is still holding it down, but that extra miss from Lewin was enough to swap it over to China's favor.
And Lewin will go down again. Now China rocking 3 combos above 200 as Kovir reaches that 200 score cap. Dika and Netamaru trying, but Lewin is struggling.
October is going to fall now, but there's a lot of catch up for Indonesia to do, and they'll need another miss to be able to do it.
Dusk does go down. Crystal triple miss from China. Here comes Indonesia. Netamaru and Dika now. Storming in. Netamaru and Dika go down.
Oh, that's so disappointing.
Are you kidding?
Indonesia had a golden opportunity. They had a triple miss out of China, and then they all missed just a few combo later. That's heartbreaking.
And that is going to be a break point for China on Hidden here. The MVP is going to be Netamaru, it looks as if. But China will get the point. Brilliant scores. Dusk, the MVP. For China, anyway, Netamaru, 900k. That is a great score from Netamaru. Unfortunately, Dika and Lewind just struggling towards the end of that map.
Yeah, that was hard to watch right at the end there. Indonesia, they had it in their hands. I mean, the score is still over on China's side, but with that triple miss, like, they had it, and then they just barely let it slip away right at the end.
I wonder if Dika or Netamaru would have been able to hold their combo, if that would have made a difference, but there was a lot of score. I think it would have taken both of them not missing to flip it.
Yeah, it might have done. It would have been really close one way or another if they at least had one or two people not missing, but it is going to be a first break point for China. Let's see what map they want to go with themselves.
Could see double time 3, maybe, maybe not. They may not be too confident in double time. But now they're going to go with Hidden 2. Interesting play here. They take the break point on Hidden, and Hidden 2 is quite the map.
Yeah, I've heard a number of things about Hidden 2 so far. Lots of strong opinions on it.
When Zach is complaining about the map, that's when you know it's a rough Hidden map.
Yeah.
Shoutouts to Zach. AR8 Hidden. 2.5 minutes. 180 BPM. We see Kita Kami coming in for China. And Soliloquy for Indonesia.
Yeah, it's going to be the first appearance this match for both of them. Yeah, that's the interesting thing about Hidden 2. It's the low AR8 pick, but yet that's not really what I've been hearing complaints about. So it's a very interesting map in its own right, even if you ignore the AR.
Well, it's going to be Crystal, Kitakami, and Dusk against Dika, Soliloquy, and Madoka Ayukawa coming in for the first time in the match. So Indonesia got some players fresh off the bench for this to join Dika.
Yeah, China, once again, keeping with Crystal and Dusk, bringing in their third player, Kitakami.
You know, I think we've already seen almost every player on the entire roster play. I think it's like 10 out of 12 players have already played now.
I think so, yeah.
So we've been seeing a lot of rotations here. It's always good to see. Here we go.
Yeah, when you see a lot of rotations, it really just kind of goes to show how the entire team is strong, and you can put in the right people for the right maps. You don't have to rely too much on just one or two people hard carrying every time.
Well, here we go. Who practiced the Hidden map? Let's find out.
There we are. We're all loaded up.
Kitakami, the early miss, traded by Dika. Udoka goes down. That's 2 FCs down for Indo. Only 1 for China. See, maps like this is where having players like Dusk and Crystal on your team is really going to pay off.
Yeah, it's this just really kind of strange mapping at low AR Hidden that a lot of players will have a hard time kind of getting used to.
All the FCs are down for Indonesia. Only Dika is above 200 combo as Soliloquy and Madoka continue to struggle. Dusk does go down. But Crystal still with the FC, and Kitakami is at 300 after the very early miss. So China running away with it. Over 100k now.
Yeah, and Dusk instantly recovering, which is a lot to say for a low AR hidden pick. It's very easy to find a miss and then just be completely lost.
Yeah, once you get out of the groove on a map like this, it's really hard to get that rhythm back. As we see Soliloquy and Madoka struggling. China now is going to be running away with this one. It doesn't look like there's much Indonesia's going to be able to do. As Dika does go down.
Yeah, this looking like a very solid pick from China so far. Madoka struggling a little bit more. No one on Indonesia above 200. Soliloquy going to get there at the very end here.
Dusk does go down, but again, Indo's going to need a lot more than that. Crystal and Kitakami keeping up the massive combos. As
Crystal finally going to fall.
Yeah, still Kitakami though, and even if Kitakami were to fall, I don't even know if Indo has enough time to overturn this. They are down 300,000 points plus, with a quarter of the map left to go.
Yeah, things not looking good for Indonesia. China super solid for over 2/3 of the map. You're just not going to come back from that, unfortunately.
And Kitakami, look at that. Well, we can already tell you who the MVP is going to be.
Yeah.
It's not Dusk or Crystal. Shocker.
Yeah. Once again, we're seeing that third player from China really pulling their own weight.
That is 2.9 million points from China on this hidden 2 pick. That is unprecedented. Brilliant scores from them. They take a 3-1 lead, fully capitalized off the break point. Indo now will need to respond. They have the pick.
Yeah, all is not lost for Indonesia yet. They are down 2 points, but it is going to be their pick. As long as they get the win, they'll only be down 1 point.
I don't know how many teams in the tournament could beat China on that. Could beat that score. That is ridiculous. Nearly 1 million points from Kitakami.
Yeah. Honestly, for a map like that, where I think I've seen people complaining about it or saying that they've been struggling with it across the board, and then China just kind of casually, almost gets the full combo.
Just 2.9 mil.
Yeah, a casual 2.9 mil, no big deal. Just another Saturday for China.
Yep. Just another World Cup match. So Dika and Indonesia will go with Hard Rock 2. That's where they got their first point. That's where they hope to take their second.
Yeah, if Indonesia take the point here, I can definitely see them going for Hard Rock 3 next.
And you notice these teams are picking into the mods. No one has gone into no mod just yet.
Yeah, that's a trend I've been seeing a lot so far this year with CWC. We've had a lot of kind of fun and interesting maps in all the mod brackets. Everyone's been leaving no mod till the end.
Time to rock and roll. Crystal awaiting some teammates. As we see Dika, Netamaru, and Kroneko lining up for Indonesia.
I believe this was their lineup when they took that first point on Hard Rock, so not surprising to see all three back in again.
Yep, we see Kovir stepping in for China. We now wait on the third player for China.
That third player does end up being Dusk. I believe it'll be the same roster for China as well.
Yeah, that would be the same roster. Well, chat, let us know who you're cheering for. Give your favorite team your energy. Let us know who you're rooting for. The players also could use the support. They love to see it.
Absolutely, yeah. I know there's plenty of players that will have the Twitch chat open, if nothing else. See a Bobber in chat giving his opinion that no mod is the non-confident way, so maybe both teams not wanting to back down and seem weak. They want to show their full confidence on these mod picks.
And here we go on to Hard Rock number 2 from Indonesia. They really need this point. If China take a break point here, Indo's not going to be in a good place at all.
Yeah, Indonesia really going to be wanting the point here to keep themselves in pace with China. If they miss this one, it's going to be running away from them real quick.
Well, here we go. Kovier and Netamaru will trade early misses.
I was a little nervous when I saw Netamaru miss early, but Kovier trading is going to help him out a little bit.
Yeah, things should get level around the 200 combo mark.
I believe it will be slight advantage to China. Netamaru playing later mid.
Echo does go down though, so it will be advantage China now.
Dika can miss as well.
Oh, Dust does trade that miss from Dika. That's still going to favor China. They have 2 combos to 1. Crystal goes down as well as Korneko, but Korneko is already down, so it's Kovier versus Netamaru right now.
Dusk found a few more misses as well.
So it's actually going to favor Indo, but Korneko's drop there is going to put the combo advantage right back in China's hands. Still very close here. Only a third of the way through.
Little break might let the players know where they're at. That was a pretty short one. They might not have risked glancing to the side of their screen.
And everyone now recovering. China going to maintain that slight advantage as Korneko now up to 200. Everyone's at 200, nearing the halfway mark.
Get into a little bit of guitar solo and some quicker jumps across the screen. No one wants to be that first one to miss.
Especially with the scores this close, but Crystal is going to be the miss, and that is going to favor Indonesia now. Kovier is down. That's a double miss from China. Indo holding. They take the lead.
Yeah, I was about to say China has a little bit of buffer to try and catch back up, but with Kovier missing as well, immediately flips over into Indonesia.
Even though China will outspin Indonesia there, it will not matter because Indonesia has that combo advantage. Korneko goes down. That is going to aid China. Oh, but the double miss coming for Crystal and Kovier. That is brutal. That was China's chance to get right back in it. Now Indo running away with it into the final quarter.
Indonesia just needs to hold on here, and they can take this point. It'll be pretty big for them.
Yeah, and I think they've actually also got like a 1 miss buffer here, but Korneko is going to drop, so the buffer is going to be slowly eaten away at here as Crystal and Kovier get back up to 200, but Crystal misses right as he gets up to 200. Dusk is down as well as Netamaru. And now it's just
holding on for dear life.
Yeah, Kovier negating Dika's 200 combo, desperately trying to give his team a shot to steal it at the end here, but Indonesia are holding strong. And it looks like they've done enough. As long as they can hold here on this final section, and they've done it. Indonesia will take another point here on Hard Rock. 3-2.
They're not going to matter at all just based on how far the score was. Dika, MVP for his team. I believe MVP for the map as well. Yes, he is going to be MVP for that map.
That was a phenomenal score there from Dika. 1.1 million from him. And that will put Indonesia right back into this match. 3-2. China with the pick. Indonesia still are going to need 1 break point at some point in this match. But Dika with the carry.
Absolutely, yeah. Very classic Dika style, carrying his team to victory, and definitely kind of a sigh of relief Indonesia can breathe now that they got their second point.
Now China are going to have to go back to the drawing board. We could see double time 3 here, or we could see hidden 3. I think are the 2 likely picks.
Yeah, I definitely expect it to be one of the 2. Double time just because it's China and they're good at double time, and hidden because they've been doing really good on hidden so far today. Well, whatever they want to pick, it looks like they want Dusk in.
Oh no, it looks like he needs to be force kicked from the game.
Yeah, I believe that he was having some issues with his client, so he had to do a quick restart, and sometimes that can get you stuck in the lobby. So we'll be kicking him out and dragging him right back in.
So we'll be hitting 3 from China. Time for some hidden convert goodness.
Yeah, China going to be saving that double time pick for later, continuing with the hidden pool that they've been doing pretty strong on so far.
See Dika and Nenamaru, no surprise there from Indonesia. We'll probably see Crystal and Dusk from China as well. And oh, no Kitakami. Yeah, Kitakami did perform really well on hidden too, so. Uh-oh. The Wind and Dusk trading teams there for a sec. So it looks like it's going to be Dusk, Kovier, and Kitakami for China. Unless he was just trolling.
Yeah, both teams swapping around, trying to do a little spying on each other, get the good intel. But they will find their place to the right side of the screen. Looks like we're going to have Dika, Lewind, and Soliloquy.
And Kovier, Dusk, and Crystal, so Kitakami will not be playing this one.
Yeah, it's possible he was just coming in case Dusk was having issues and couldn't make it in time. Dusk is here, so we're going to see Kovier, Crystal, and Dusk taking over for China.
Now just waiting for the referee's command. We should get it shortly, and there it is. So hidden 3 up next. China looking to maintain that 2-point lead. Indonesia are looking to tie it up with a break point.
Yeah, if Indonesia can get a break point here, it'll completely tie things up. It'll be 1 break point to 1 break point.
And Lewind has started without us.
Gonna hold him waiting while everybody catches up.
I see what you did there. Catches up.
I still got it somehow.
You still got it. Even when you don't mean to do it, you did it.
Just become a subconscious fruit commentator.
You gotta have fruit puns to cast the Catch World Cup. This is a requirement. Lewind and Kovier are gonna trade misses.
Right about the same combo. Gonna keep the score nice and close.
Basically all even Steven at the moment.
I think Lewind dropped like 2 or 3 combo before, so it is actually going to be a slight advantage to Indonesia. Like,
Yeah,
just
that's
ever so
literally the
slightly.
only difference. Yeah, but once Kovier and Lewind get up to 200 combo, that should be erased. Oh, but Lewind and Crystal are going to drop. Soliloquy is going to trade as well, and now it's advantage China.
Dika as well.
So there are no full combos remaining on the side of Indonesia as Dust does go down, and now Kovier goes down. Oh, no combos anywhere. It's only about a 30k lead almost.
It was an unfortunate miss right at the end from Kovier as well, like last note before the break.
And actually, I think Indonesia does have that combo advantage. They've got 3 oh, Lewind does go down, though. Now China got to grow that score lead at the halfway mark. It's still very close.
Yeah, we got about half of the map to go, and it's just been dancing back and forth with every miss.
Oh, Soliloquy. Dusk and Lewind going down there. That's going to favor China. Kovier and Crystal going up against Dika. Dusk finding yet another miss. China so far maintaining the advantage as Kovier, Lewind, and Dika go down.
Yeah, only Crystal and Soliloquy not getting caught out on those wiggles. Soliloquy and Dika are going to be getting caught out again, though. Crystal still holding on.
Yeah, the thing is, China at all points in this match have had at least one player with 200 combo. Indonesia too many times have found themselves with no players with 200 combo, essentially. And that is killing them right now.
Yeah, you can see the Wind 70 versus the Crystal 400. Big difference, all 4 other players at low combo.
Ooh, double miss from China, Kobier and Dusk. Wind also goes down for Indo. But that's not the miss they need. Indo needs Crystal to miss. But Crystal is not showing any signs of slowing down, but there's the miss to Hayat Kirsten.
Might be too little and too late, though.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to be enough. It's Dika and Soliloquy. That's a triple miss from Indo. So it is not going to matter here. China will hold on. 4-2.
Yeah, Crystal with a very small stumble at the end, but no big deal. Still carries his team to a pretty clean victory. Short little outro here is not going to be changing the score. That'll be a 4th point for China.
Yep, 4-2 China. Looks like Lewin had some difficulties there at the end. Don't know if he left the lobby early. But it would not have changed the outcome of that one. So now Indonesia up to pick, down 4-2. Is this when you go for Nomad?
We might just see Nomad coming out, because I believe Hidden is gone now, Hard Rock's gone now. There's one double time pick left. That would be a little risky to pick against China. So we might see Nomad start to come out.
I feel like Indonesia's going to have to just be the team to plow through Nomad. So they've got Nomad 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Nomad 1 was banned by China.
Oh, actually, there is a Hard Rock left. My bad.
Oh yeah, we totally forgot about Hard Rock 3, didn't we?
Yeah. So, yeah, okay. They might go Hard Rock 3 then. Either that, or they're going to probably pick Nomad. I don't see them picking double time.
Yeah, Nomad 2, it is going to be the Grieper map.
Our favorite leader of the beat map nominators.
So Dika, Netamaru, and Lewind in the lobby for this one. Kovier and Crystal waiting on a teammate. But it's disco time, chat.
Absolutely. I already see a couple jams in chat, and I have to agree.
No matter who wins this point, it will be a banger.
Yeah, this one should be a pretty kind of standard pick for semifinals in CWC. Got AR 9.6, star rating is 6.3. About 2.5 minutes long. CS 4.3, nothing surprising here, all pretty bread and butter for both of these teams.
These are certainly two teams capable of putting up good scores on a map like this. So we will see how it plays out. Indo, though, desperately need to stay in touch with China here. They cannot afford another breakpoint in this match.
Yeah, this is 1st to 7, so China getting 5 points up on them, not a good sign. But you really don't want that to happen. See a lot of really thick note sections here, so misses will be quickly brought back up. We are going to see Lewind as the first miss. Dusk trading, though.
Yeah, so trades early on. It's not going to matter too much on the score line. As these combos now build up to 200. Coming into the next key eye, Kobier is going to go down before it. So advantage Indonesia for now.
Kobier getting caught out again on the hyper. Slight advantage to Indonesia. Their score starts growing.
And so far, so good for Indonesia, except for that miss from Netamaru and Lewind. It's a double miss from Indo, and that is going to quickly eat at their lead. As Kobier drops, it's going to help Indonesia a little. But China will still be taking this one over as Dusk and Crystal have been putting in the work. Crystal does go down, though.
Dika gonna be trading shortly after. Dusk goes down as well.
And now Lewin and Nenamaru are back up at 200 combo with Kovir. This is advantage Indo.
Yeah, we saw Dusk and Crystal kind of carrying for China, and now it has swapped.
The timing of those misses is just going to favor Indonesia. Coming into the final quarter, Indonesia looking good. They've got a small lead. Can they capitalize on it once again?
Lewin gets caught out on a hyper. That's going to slowly eat away at the score. Kovir going to be trading, though, so not a big deal. Lewin struggling a little bit more.
Kovir big
as well.
miss. Yeah, so Kovir and Lewin are trading. Dika does go down. Crystal and Dusk are there.
And they pulled out. There might be enough map left. There's a small buffer for Indo.
It's going to be close. If they get another miss from Indo, it's going to instantly flip it, but China cannot afford a miss either. If they want to flip this and take the break point, it's going to come down to the wire. Nenamaru goes down! Big drop from him! Crystal goes down! Indo takes it back at the end! The miss from Crystal might be enough! Will we see any last-second misses? Dika is down, and Indo holds on by 1,200 points! Holy moly!
Yeah, final score difference there, 1,000 to 145.
Woo! Wow, that came down to the wire, but Indonesia with the clutchest of points. That is true, Dave. You need to tell them to calm down in there.
Yeah. We don't want to lose Doland on us. It's going to bring us 4-3 Indonesia, sighing, yet another sigh of relief. They've been able to hold on so far. It's going to be China's pick.
Why would you need to apologize for such epic tournament performances? That's what we live for. Come on, Dika, you know that. That's why I'm here.
I have to agree with Dika. That indeed was Pog.
But now China... Indonesia have been doing really good responding to these points from China ever since that first break point. And now China, they're pretty much going to be forced, I think, to pick this double time 3 pick.
I think so, yeah. They're going to want to have that lead.
Unless there's just an unconventional nomad that they feel really confident on. I feel like double time 3 is just going to be their kind of force pick here.
Yeah, and if they pick double time, I expect Indonesia will likely respond with Hard Rock for their next pick.
Well, we're going to find out now. The referee inquiring about the pick. It's going to be Nomad 5. Okay. So Nomad it will be for China. They're going to go for one of the converts.
This one a lot longer as well, coming at 3 minutes 46 seconds. Have similar CSAR and star rating though.
Yeah, this one coming in at 6.6 star rating, but a much longer map, nearly 4 minutes.
Like Chad is saying, there's going to be some good hit sounds on this one.
There's always good hit sounds.
Or actually, I think earlier this morning, if there was one of the songs played without the music, and it was just hit sounds, it might have been this map. Playing right now for the preview, although I believe it did earlier this morning as well. We'll have to see if there's something up once the map starts.
Well, we're going to find out. Start command is coming in. It's going to be Kovir, Dusk, and Crystal against Dika, Nenamaru, and Kroneko.
Abstract asking if we can sing this song instead of commentating. Unfortunately, I am a much worse singer than I am a commentator.
Oh, yeah, we can't. It's going to get muted. We can't stop speaking. We have to override the copyrighted music.
True, yeah. Actually, that's why we're here. It's the
That's
real reason we guessed.
Exactly why we're here.
So,
So
we are
here
going to
we
have the
go.
music this time.
Kovir, very early miss from China. We've been seeing a lot of early misses. That's a double early miss for Kovir and Crystal.
Yeah, no drops so far from Indo.
It shouldn't matter too much, those early drops, though, once we get up to 200 combo. But it is going to put Indo with about a 1 miss buffer here. That is about 30k. So it's a small advantage, but it's an advantage they will gladly take nonetheless here as the map starts to build up. Nenemaru and Korneko, though, are going to trade double misses, and now it's going to go over to China. Dika is down, that's a triple miss.
It's going to be a big advantage over to China. As long as none of them miss in the next about 150 combo, that will be, yeah, very massive buffer for them.
Yeah, this could turn very ugly if China's able to nail these next 100, 150 combo, as you said.
No one caught out on that spinner. That's always good.
Yep. Indo will rebuild back up to the 200 mark. Kovir, Korneko, and Nenemaru go down. That will favor China. Dusk is going to trade as well, though. So it's Dika against Crystal.
Definitely good for Indonesia. It kind of stopped that runaway that China had.
Yeah, but they are going to need some more help, though, to flip it. They're not going to be gaining at all.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. It just stopped the bleeding. Not going to give them any advantage for their own.
But they are still in it halfway through. They do need more misses from China. Crystal will supply one. So now Indo's going to start to eat away at that lead. As they are all above that 200 combo mark. For Crystal's teammates are backing him up, trying to keep the lead firmly in China's grasp as Nenemaru and Dusk will trade.
Will still be slight advantage to Indonesia. They're eating away at that score. Trying to make up for that triple miss earlier.
What a comeback this would be from a triple miss.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Okay, about 1/3 left to go here. Indonesia is within striking distance. Dika does go down, though. Will we see a trade from China? And we will, in the form of a double miss from Kovir and Dusk. That will favor Indonesia, as now Nenemaru is back up above 200. But he and Korneko go down. There is no combo except for Crystal.
Crystal again, the sole survivor, trying to hold on for his team.
Oh, there's a triple miss from China. Triple miss. No one has any combo anywhere. And that is massive for China. Because they've got the lead now coming into this final quarter of the map. As long as they can hold now, they should come away with this point. Indo's going to need some help. Will they get any?
See, a lot more wiggles and hard jumps. No one's slipping yet. I've run above 200.
And China killing them on the spinners there. And they will not find any misses here. Korneko will drop, and that will seal it. Indo, they highly contested this one. But China will hold on, and you have to wonder if Indo hadn't have had that triple miss, would they have been in this situation?
Yeah, it would have been real close. We would have seen something kind of like last map, I think, where it came down right to the wire if it wasn't for that earlier triple miss from Indo.
But China will prevail here. They lead 5-3. Indonesia with the next pick.
We do see Dika actually being MVP for that map with only the 3 misses there. Score of 946,000.
Yeah, just barely beating out Crystal for that MVP slot. But Nenemaru and Korneko both struggling with 880k. Every Chinese player had at least 920k or greater. And that will be victory for China as Indonesia will respond with no mod 3.
Yeah, and I was right before that pick came out, I was about to say, I honestly expect him to pick Nomad now. I think this is a common strategy I've seen a lot. I've used myself before. I think each team saving that Hard Rock and that double time pick for when they're at match point so they can get a nice easy secure of the victory. Always want to have one ace up your sleeve.
Gotta have something. But for Indonesia, they will still need to take a break point against China at some point in this matchup if they want to remain in the World Cup. But it will be Oceanus, No Mod 3. Dika, Netamaru, and Lewind lining up for Indo. Kovir, Dusk, and Crystals remaining in for China. As Dusk actually is going to step out.
I'll have to see if that lasts. We've seen Crystal and Dusk stepping out quite a bit for China, but then they come back in by the end. That last point loss is a little unfortunate for Indonesia because now they're in that kind of awkward position where if they lose on their map, it'll be China match point and China's pick. Very dangerous situation to be in. This map's going to mean a lot for them.
Yeah, now Indonesia is really backs against the wall here. They cannot afford any more mistakes because they know that China have that third double time pick in their back pocket. They know that they're going to go for it if they get to match point. So now the pressure is on for Indonesia.
We have Lewind coming in. Dika and Netamaru going to be staying as well. Definitely looks like China wants Kovir and Crystal. I'm wondering if we're waiting for Dusk to possibly restart again or something.
Yeah, the referee now asking who the third will be. And it will be Dusk.
Yeah.
You nailed it.
There we are, yeah. I saw mentioned earlier from our referee that Dusk is trying to avoid that top slot because he's been having issues.
And you have to wonder if that issue persists, we might see a timeout coming in from China, but the rule is that you actually are not allowed to call the timeout unless it is your pick.
Oh.
So they cannot call a timeout here because it is Indonesia's pick.
A little behind the scenes information. I do see Dusk being swapped back to the tournament server again. So he should be back here in just a second.
Yeah. As long as it doesn't take too long to get in, the referee will not mind. Yeah, that's something interesting. We have not seen a whole lot of teams call their timeouts early. We usually see teams save their timeouts for something like this.
Yeah, it's definitely a good tool in the toolbox for when you're having issues. Or if you just need that extra 2 minutes to really think something through. And a lot of times, it's going to be the end of the match where you want that. And things are coming down to the wire.
Yeah, it's usually going to be near your final or next to last pick. Dusk is back in. And it looks like we are ready to go for this 9th round. And I believe the DC rule is first 30 seconds or 45 seconds of the map, something like that.
Yeah, something around there. I want to say 30.
So hopefully Dusk does not have any problems. At least if he does have problems, hopefully it's the very beginning of the map.
Yeah, it's hard to say if any of his misses have been from technical issues, but assuming they haven't, it seems like he's been fine once he gets in the match. He's just been having struggles in between each match.
Well, here we go. On to Oceanus, the 9th pick of the match from Indonesia.
No one wanting to give up an early miss so far. Everybody going to make it to 200 combo.
That's honest. We haven't seen that too much this match. We've seen a lot of early misses, but we will not have it this time.
Yeah, everyone finally nice and warmed up. Playing some more conventional picks without any crazy mods.
Yep, first quarter, no misses. Oh, Netamaru is going to be the first one to drop. It'll be traded by Kovir. So we are still all evened up. Kovir does find a second miss, so Indo has a small lead. Very small.
Yeah, we see the map has picked up in difficulty quite a bit in the last 30 seconds. Kovair struggling a bit on that.
And everybody actually hitting that quick hyper wiggle.
Yeah, I expected to see another miss there.
But it is advantage Indonesia as we near the halfway mark. The 3 misses from Kovair.
Seen a lot less misses this map than in previous ones this match.
The score is very close. It's only about a 25k gap, which is, I mean,
that's like
barely a miss.
And the win's going to find the miss.
And so now China going to eat up that buffer that Indo had built. Oh, Nenamaru does go down, and that is going to definitely change things drastically here. China will flip it at the break.
They might even do it with the spin alone. They only had about, Indonesia only had about 1,000 to score advantage, which was enough for China to win on that spin.
It's still very close, though. Final third. So it's a 1-miss game that favors China. But Dusk Crystal and Kovair looking good.
Yeah, so far we have Dika, Crystal, and Dusk all with the SS. Other 3 players finding a few misses here and there.
Final quarter, Indo know they are within striking distance. China know they must hold on if they want this point. And what a break point this would be for China.
Yeah, again, this was Indo's pick. So really bad to lose here since China already has 5 points and it is first to 7.
In the end, Lewin does go down. That's not good news for Indonesia. China are going to hold Dusky's going to trade it. But Indo are going to need more at the end. They're going to need either Kovair or Crystal to drop. Dusk goes down again. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
I don't know if it's going to be
Lewin is up to 200. He's there. Indo's closing.
Oh, it's going to get
Dusk
really
is
close
trying
again.
to stop it. Lewin is over 200. Dusk still is not at 200. Indo will not get it done. China on by 500 points.
508.
Are you serious?
Final score difference there. China now 6-3. That is devastating for Indonesia as it is going to be China's pick.
Ow. Ow, that's gotta hurt.
Yeah. Honestly, that came down to the spinner, pretty much.
Yeah, literally the spinner as well. 508 points. We have had 2 points this match be determined by less than 2,000 points. I mean, these are 2 countries that have been to the business end of the Catch World Cup before. They are going at it in the losers bracket, but now Indonesia must win 4 in a row or they are gone.
Yeah, and they only have 1 Hard Rock pick to do it, and that's assuming they get a break point on this next one. They have not been able to get a break point yet so far.
Yeah, and I think we know where China is probably going to go with this. It's either going to be Nomad 4, Nomad 6, or the Double Time 3 or Hard Rock 3, but I think Double Time 3 is probably the most likely choice.
Yeah, at this point, they have no reason to not pick it if they were intending on picking it at some point this match.
Now, if we do see a timeout called here from China, that could be interesting. Because this, in theory, might be their last pick.
Mm-hmm.
If they get it right.
If Dusk is having issues again, I definitely would expect them to use it.
Yeah, because now they can actually call the timeout because it is their pick. Indo is going to need a comeback of epic proportions here.
It looks like China's definitely taken their time on this pick.
Nomad 6.
So yeah, they are. They're actually going to leave that double time pick just hanging out there. Interesting to see.
I mean, it's also in theory they know they don't technically have to pick it yet because even if they don't win this next pick, they know they're going to get at least 1 more pick in this match.
That is true, yeah.
Also, they could just be feeling more confident on this. But here's the risky part. It's a very short map. 150. It's a convert. And with the amount of misses we've been seeing from these teams today.
Yeah, definitely really risky to go for those shorter maps just because we've seen China be strong so far today, but we've also seen them kind of make some uncharacteristic misses, especially in the beginning. And then normally on those longer maps, they can claw it back with just kind of the sheer power of the team. They will not have that time to do it for this map if they find those early misses.
Well, Indonesia have their roster set. It's going to be Dika Netamaru and Madoka Ayukawa coming in for his second performance of the match.
See someone in chat asking about the spinner. Think of it just like the standard spinner. However many bananas you catch, that's how many extra points you get. Anything you miss doesn't matter.
Yeah, missing the spinners does not hinder your score. And I believe in Score V2 they're worth about 350 points apiece.
That sounds right, yeah.
300, 350. So that difference, that past map was literally 2 bananas. Indo catch 2 more bananas, they take the point.
Yeah. It can really come down to that, and when you get a team like China, they're really good at spinning. They can get those points. I think we even saw during that spinner, Indonesia had a slight advantage and going into it, and then on the way out, the score had flipped to China, so you could see China definitely had a better spin.
Yeah,
and yeah.
It looks like Dusk is having issues, so it'll be interesting to see how this plays out if the referee will force them to call their timeout.
Definitely could see that if he doesn't get in before that. He was able to make it that last map.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Dusk trying to gather intel for future matches.
They're always thinking ahead.
Yeah, it looks like we're going to have Dusk restart again. That seems to do the trick.
Sometimes you just got to reboot the game, man.
Yeah, when it's not working, turn it off and turn it back on again. I can confirm as someone who works in the IT industry that is true in pretty much everything.
It's tried and true. All right, looks like they are now trying to get Dusk back into the lobby, so it will be Kovier, Crystal, and Dusk for China against Dika Netamaru and Madoka Ayukawa. But again, I still find this pick to be very interesting from China.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they really just aren't feeling good about double time or if they're just saving it. I would have expected them to pick it here if they were feeling confident on it.
What if they're actually trash at double time 3? They're just leaving it open as like a kind of a mind game type thing?
It could be, honestly, because, if you think about it, when you're making a pick, you want to assume that you're going to win it. You don't make a pick going, we might not win this. This might not be a good idea, especially when you're 1 point from the win. In the loser's bracket, you just want to pick what you think you're going to win on. So you would think if China were confident in double time, they would just pick it here. They wouldn't bother leaving it up for later when they could just secure the win now.
It looks like the problems this time for Dusk are a little worse.
Yeah, we're starting to approach that 2-minute mark.
Yeah, there is a timer counting down for those in chat that are not aware. They do have a time limit to get in and get ready by. So if that timer does go off, the referee will more than likely ask China if they would like to call their timeout. Or he'll say they have to switch players. But if I were China, I would call my timeout.
Yeah, China still does have that timeout available, and they definitely... Yeah, there we are.
Yep, smart.
Yeah.
And it is their pick, so they can make this... They can make it work.
Mm-hmm. Switching out is always an option. They do have multiple good third players this year, but yeah, they really want Dusk on this one. I can't blame him. Dusk is just a monster at tournaments. He's played in a number of the ones I've hosted, and I'm pretty sure I've personally paid out well over a year worth of supporter and prizes to him alone, so not someone you want to be missing on your final point.
And China will burn up their timeout here. So Dusk officially has 2 minutes to resolve his technical issues. Or China will be forced to send in a different player. But for those in chat that are wondering what's happening, both teams do have 1 2-minute timeout they may call on their own pick at any point in the match. But they only get one. China using it here to allow Dusk some extra time to fix his technical issues.
Yeah, if that timer runs out, they're going to have to pick a third player. We do see Sinus coming in right now.
Just in case, it looks like, yep, they're going to fill it with Cianis for now.
Honestly, it's probably a good replacement for Dusk. They have to pick one. It's been doing pretty good so far.
Dusk is it, yep.
Crystal,
there he is.
Thanks God. It would have been pretty tragic if they couldn't have Dusk for this pick.
Would have been a waste of a timeout. Well, here we go. Match point for China. They lead 6-3. This is the 10th round. It's China's pick, Nomad 6. We are finally going to get underway.
This is the, I believe this was Nomad 6, so this is going to be the second convert.
Netamaru will find the first drop. My bad, I think Kovir actually did find a very early miss.
Oh yeah, you're right, I didn't even see that. I was watching Dusk to see if he was going to be lagging or something.
But still, it's advantage Indonesia or China for now, but Crystal's miss is going to flip it over to Indonesia.
Yeah, score going to be flipping over there now.
Oh, Madoka will trade it, as well as Dika.
Kovir actually trading as well. Still advantage China.
It's Netamaru versus Dusk right now. Crystal is building back up to that 200 combo mark. Oh, but Dusk will trade it, and Crystal does go down. Indonesia now is going to take the lead here. And this could be absolutely brutal. Madoka does go down. Dika is going to get up to 200, though. Kovir is going to negate it with a 200 of his own, but it's 2v1. Indonesia in the lead. Final third.
Yeah, I think
Madoka and Netamaru!
Those were some brutal side-to-side screens.
Crystal also did find the miss and all that, as well as Kovir, so actually Indo is going to be all right here.
Yeah, only about a quarter of the map left to go. I think we mentioned earlier it was a little risky picking a shorter map like
Triple
this.
miss! Wait a minute! Wait a minute! That could be it for Indo! That could send him home! China! Now with 3 200 combos! It's all falling apart for Indonesia!
Oh, wow. That is very tragic.
And that is going to seal the deal. China, take it. 7-3. Indonesia will be eliminated in top 12. A brilliant performance for them. Honestly, the scoreboard really not telling the full story here. Indonesia were in on several of those picks. I mean, if those two really close maps go the way of Indonesia, we're at a tie game right now.
Yeah, we had two maps with less than 2,000 score difference between them. And then we have that map there where it's really a triple miss like 20 seconds before the end that flipped it from an Indo win to an Indo loss. So scoreboard, like you said, not telling the full story by any means. So we are going to be saying congratulations to China and farewell to Indonesia. China will be going on to play later this weekend against the winner of Australia versus the United States.
Yep, so China will await the winner of that match tomorrow. So the US and Australia will get to do battle for the honor to face China in top 8. But for now, China are your winners. There they are on the screen. I believe the only player we did not see was Kagamine Rin.
Might see him coming in for this next match. We'll have to see, though.
And there is the bracket. That's where things stand. We still have many other great matches coming this weekend. We have South Korea and Philippines left in the winner's bracket. Russian Federation against Italy. Chile will face Canada once again for the 4th time in 2 years. Chile and Canada are going to go at it. And then the US and Australia, as we mentioned. But Russia and Italy coming up 45 minutes from now. You can stick around if you'd like, or go get yourself some CWC food. Get yourself a snack. Go to the bathroom. Maybe purchase yourself a banner in the store for $2.50 to support your favorite team. They look good on your profile, trust me. I know.
Absolutely, yeah. Definitely stay tuned for this next one. Whether you stay or leave, make sure you come back one way or another. So it's going to be casted by our very own Zach and JB Hyperion. And also, anytime you see a team like Russia and Italy facing off, you know it's going to be a good match.
It definitely should be a great match in the losers bracket. These are all going to be high stakes matches aside from South Korea, Philippines. That's our lone winners bracket match remaining. But every other match is a winner go home scenario. So that match in 45 minutes time from now. Be here. You don't want to miss it. Follow the channel. And we will be back for Russia versus Italy. Snow Leopard, it was a pleasure as always.
Doland, as always. Indeed a pleasure, and I hope to cast with you again next time.
Likewise. China get the win 7-3. Indonesia eliminated in top 12. We'll be back in 45 minutes for Russia versus Italy. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you next time.
Hello everybody, welcome back. 30 seconds early, surprise! It's me, JB Hyperion, joined by Zach for some more matches for this, the semi-final round of the 2021 Oscatch World Cup.
Howdy everybody.
So the third game this weekend, we got Russian Federation versus Italy coming to you. This is another game in the losers bracket, so the defeated team will be going home. They will go as far as they have in the 2021 Catch World Cup and no further. The winning team remains in the competition to challenge for that one position right at the end of the losers bracket to get back towards the podium. You can see the rosters on the screen now. Russia in Team Red and Italy on the blue side.
Yeah, and this is going to be a very interesting match to watch, hopefully.
A slight disparity in rolls from the two teams. Kama of Italy rolling a 74. Nelly of Russia not doing quite so well, only scoring a 6. So it will be Russia losing the ban and banning first. Losing the roll, sorry, and banning first.
They were so close, too.
Just a few more points and it might have swung the other way.
Maybe.
Looking like Russia are going to take Showdown, DT1, off of the table. One of the densest picks I think we've probably ever seen in a Catch World Cup. And Italy, for their part, are going to ban Hidden 3. Not really a surprise. We said in the pre-show a little earlier today, Zach, that neither of these teams huge fans on Hidden. Probably the weakest mod of both parties.
Only slightly surprised that it was Hidden 3 and not 2.
Yes, so the AR8 Tsushima Hirasawa map from Dave not being banned. Maybe both teams just deciding gentleman's agreement style that Hidden, apart from that, will not be picked at all. We'll have to wait and see.
Perhaps.
And Italy, rather sensibly, going to pick double time straight up after seeing Russia have banned it. They're going to be going with Mirage Coordinator DT2 straight off the first. Not really a surprise. Italy have looked a very strong team on the speedier picks like Double Time and some of the hard rocks as well.
Yeah, but versus Italy, we don't know how that's going to go.
Yeah, in Nelly, Memoriola, Russia definitely do have some fairly solid speed players themselves. Insomnia looks like they're going to be joining those two aforementioned players on Team Red, the side of Russia. Italy going to be fielding Kame, Arma, and Sir Waffle for this first game.
It's about the expected roster.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be seeing Kame or Arma moving from those two slots for most of this match.
If at all.
Nice and speedy though. We're going to be getting underway with game number 1.
Yeah, just started rather quickly.
Synced up all of the players. We see a drop there from Sir Waffle. I believe there may have been a drop right at the very beginning because they were quite low on accuracy. Kame going to drop as well now.
Yeah.
Good start for Russia.
Good early lead for Russia. Ooh, Nelly missed though.
Yeah, that miss alone is not going to be too much of a problem. Another miss from Nelly, but Arma and Kame both down, so no combos really remaining on the side of Italy. Memoriola and Insomnia both still holding on to full combos. Memoriola is going to drop, just Insomnia left for Russia now. They are still increasing that lead as Nelly drops once again.
Sir Waffle though trading. Oh, Insomnia and Memoriola. Yeah. Oh my god. That was just a full team miss.
Yeah, there were misses all over the board there. No combos really remaining. So Waffle the highest, but only hitting 100 combo right now.
Yeah,
Nelly with a miss on that
to
long
swing it
slider
back.
was kind of interesting to see. Not going to help their return back to full combo here. Several drops from Waffle there, one from Kame, one from Insomnia as well, right as about to hit that 200 combo mark. Nelly struggling a little bit. Memoriola versus Armor, the battle of the large combos here. Everyone else dropping fairly regularly.
Another miss from Kame.
Yeah, just turning
And
away
for
from one
Waffle.
of those vertical sliders just a little bit too early. Memoriola and Armor still going here as Insomnia drops once again. Russia with a pretty healthy lead right now, but still a quarter of the map to go.
Yeah, this is not looking good for Italy, though.
Double miss from Team Russia though, right before the break there. Insomnia and Memoriola going down. Now it's Nelly with the sole large combo on Team Russia. Two big combos on the side of Italy. That score difference is going to come down reasonably quick here. But is there enough time left? Insomnia with another drop. Nelly down as well. No combos left. This score difference is going down and down and down, but I'm not sure there's enough time left. And Russia just about clings on to that one. Break point right off the bat. Really well played by Russia.
Yeah, I would not have wanted to lose that first pick.
Some nervous moments on both sides there, but it is Russia that just about comes out feeling the more confident. Ame did not have a good time in the middle of that pick at all, which was very surprising to see. So Waffle saying the worst map is gone, so clearly wanting to get that one out of the way as soon as possible. But it will be Russia to pick next. I doubt that they will do the same as Italy and pick what their opponent banned, because that means playing hidden, which is a very risky proposition first up. I wouldn't be surprised to see a hard rock play out of Russia here.
I feel like they might be leaning more towards Nomad.
Taking their time, whatever the case. They do have 2 minutes to make that pick.
Yeah, hopefully they're discussing it. Oh, there we go. Hard Rock.
Hard Rock 1. Astronauts. So lots of streams coming in. This is the fastest of the hard rock picks at 210 BPM. Both teams looking like they're going to field unchanged rosters.
About expected as well.
More good lucks coming out from the players as they load in for game number 2. Russia taking an early break point, looking to solidify their advantage if they can win this one, go 2-0 up. And there we go, we do manage to get armor loading in. None of the players opting to add on that hidden modifier, free of charge.
Yeah, there's not really that many players opting to use hidden. Ooh, that was a harsh drop from Sir Waffle.
Yeah, another drop there as well, just kind of falling out of place on the little hyper chain and then dashing way too late to catch that long slider. Memoriola going to drop here for Russia, which is probably going to give Italy a slight advantage by the time the scores level up on account of that earlier miss from Sir Waffle, but it's going to be close.
It's looking like it'll be about even, with just a slight edge for Russia.
Yeah, those two misses from Sir Waffle being the difference to Memoriola's one right now. Halfway through the map, all of the other players still holding on to full combos. 3 of them are double S still. Nelly with just a single droplet miss, I believe. Can't be more than about 10,000 points difference in it right now, though.
Yeah, it's all down to who breaks next. And the Insomnia.
A Waffle did break right before
yeah.
the break as well,
that's
there,
a
though,
trade.
so that's going to be traded. Only a quarter of the map still to go. Any miss now could easily tip the balance in the favor of their opposition.
Flat out will.
If there are no further misses, then it is going to go by a knife edge to Russia. Coming into opposing stages, Memoriola's going to drop, though. That does give the advantage to Team Italy. Will we see a second break point here in the first 2 games of this match?
And this close to the end, it might not even matter. But regardless, they are not going to miss, and they are going to take the second point.
Yeah, another break point here, this time for Italy. Nelly coming in with an FC as well as Armor, but Kame also doing so. So it is 2 FCs to 1 there. Italy taking this one. So 2 break points to start the match. Both teams maybe feeling a little bit nervous. Definitely a better performance for the teams as a whole than in that first pick. So maybe there were some nerves at play for all players.
I think we'll see Italy go back to double time here.
It would block out the rest of the double time, but no, they're going to go with Hard Rock here. Dirigent Decision, the shortest pick in the Hard Rock pool, and also the only convert. So circle size 6.5. Maybe deciding that precision is more their game. And they're going to out-precision Russian Federation here. Vito coming in for Team Italy. Not really a surprise. A very good hidden Hard Rock player on converts in particular. So neither team has had a particularly convincing time of either their picks or their opponents, so there's not really a weakness that they can pounce on just yet. So they're probably still playing it by their own comfort and what they feel most confident on.
Yeah, so far both points have been relatively close.
Here we go then, getting underway for game number 3.
Looks like we have Vito going with Hidden.
Yeah, I suspected so. Hidden with circle size 6.5 does seem kind of risky, but Vito is a very experienced hidden Hard Rock player. So it's just a matter of comfort, really.
Yeah, I'd see
if it pays
Hard
off.
Rock on lots and lots of specifics.
Everyone hitting 200 combo without too much difficulty. Score is swinging backwards and forwards. Nelly's going to be first to drop it, followed up immediately by Vito now.
Ooh, a miss from Arma as well. It is in Russia's favor.
Yeah, not a very long map, already halfway through, and Russia do have the advantage now. Nelly going to drop just after that little wiggle though. Vito going to trade once again, keeping it close, but Nelly drops again, Vito drops again, Arma dropping once again now. Russia going to pull out even more advantage. Cam, the only good combo now on the side of Team Italy. Moriola and Insomnia still holding on to full combos.
Another miss from Nelly though.
1/3 of the map still to go, about 30 seconds left. Vito back up at that 200 combo mark. Nelly with a little bit of catching up still to do. It is still going to be a Russian advantage once Nelly's back up at 200 combo, which he is now. Missed there by Memoriola and traded by Cam. Insomnia goes down now though. The score's going to be very close, but Vito drops again.
Oh my god, misses everywhere.
Italy had a very, very minor advantage on combos at the end there, but it is going to be just a bit too much of a score buffer in Russia's favor. Memoriola doing a great job there. They're holding that combo almost right till the end and trading at the end there with Kame. Just the one miss and no droplets going down, but it is a third break point in a row. Wow, Russia now 2-1 up. Only around 10,000 point difference between the two teams there, though. This is very even. Neither team is giving the other a chance to settle. But they're being undone as much by their own picks as they are their opponent's performance. What will Russia go with next? There's one double time and one hard rock still available. 2 hidden, which I feel will be left alone for the most part, and then obviously the entirety of that no-mod pool. 6 maps to pick from in this semi-final stage.
I don't know, if they keep trading like this, they might have to dip into the hidden.
They are going to go for that final hard rock pick though. 3 hard rock picks in succession. Rock and Roll Nandes. This is the longest of the hard rock maps. Just over, or almost 3.5 minutes in length. Pretty punchy, 200 BPM. Circle size of around 5.5. Vito going to be staying in. Russia, again, also still fielding that same team. No Kitsun Ivy appearing at this stage.
Yeah, we've only had a single player switch so far. Oh, looks like Sir Waffle is back.
So Sir Waffle coming in here instead of Vito. Vito deciding that converts are the place to be and specifics not quite so much. Players are eager to get going, just waiting for the start command, and there it is. So going to be getting underway with game number 4. Reminder that all 3 points thus far have been break points if you're just joining us. So Russia have a chance to go 3-1 up and give themselves a little bit of distance. But if Italy score another break point, we're going to be level again at 2-all.
Oh, first miss from Kame.
Yeah, early miss from Kame on one of those little quarter slider jumps. Not going to be hugely problematic in the grand scheme of things, considering that this is the longest map in the Hard Rock pool. But it will give Russia the early advantage. Everyone, Kame included, now up at 200 combo. The score difference settled at a little under 10,000.
Ooh, drop from Nelly and Kame, so it's a trade.
Yeah, pretty much an exact same miss point there. Keeping the score difference exactly the same as it was before. No double S's still remaining out of the 4 full combos we still have. Everyone's missed exactly one droplet. Armor's going to make a big drop there, though. That is going to break combo and give Russia a little bit more of an advantage coming into this first Ki section. Ooh, Insomnia dashing away from that repeat slider a little bit too quickly. Nelly trading with armor as well. This is going to be a very closing up of the score difference here. But So Waffle's going to drop in the guitar solo section. It's going to keep Russia just a little bit out of the reach of the Italians.
And another miss.
Nelly's going to trade that one though, just before the spinner there. They can see they have the advantage, but it's not looking too safe for them right now. About 50,000 points. Italy are going to close up a little bit of that because Sawaffle's going to get to 200 combo before Nelly. One third of the map still to go.
Keep it if they just hold on, but Nelly missing it again is going to make this pretty even.
Yeah, that's going to bring the two teams much quicker together. You can see that score difference shrinking, shrinking, shrinking. Nelly could not get back up to 200 combo fast enough. Begging for that score to max out and hope that Russian Federation is still in the lead, and it's going to be so close.
Oh my god.
He's back at 200 combo.
Barely have the lead.
There's less than 10,000 points the difference here now.
Oh no!
Insomnia and Memoriola both go down. Italy take the lead. This could be
another as well, but two 200 combos versus one.
Not that much time left in the map. Italy have the slender advantage here. Kame holding really well after that early miss. Everyone's going to get back up to 200 combo right as the map ends, and it's going to be a break point. The fourth break point in a row. A victory for Italy. They're taking this one by about 30,000 points. This is a crazy match, Zach.
Yeah. Definitely.
Memoriola with the one miss. And really unfortunate there to be on the losing side. Kame making a little bit of a mistake very early on, but then holding superbly all the way till the end. We're at 2-2 now, and every single one of the first 4 picks has been a break point. Italy have their third chance to win on their own point and put some distance between themselves and Russia. We might be seeing some hidden in this match if things go a little longer, as you said, Zach. Something that neither of these teams, I think, is very keen on. They have one double time available, which they are going to pick now, so there's going to be all of the speed picks taken out of the way right from the bat. Patchwork Staccato coming out now. The
after this, all they have is Nomad and Hidden.
So this is the longest and slowest, although it's not too long and it's not that slow, of the double time pool.
If we see Hidden, which Hidden map will we see?
If we get to 5-5 and the teams are kind of just asking, can we ban the rest of the Hidden pool? Can we just agree not to pick Hidden? Like, we're going to pick this Nomad map that we don't like either, but we really don't want to play Hidden. How many breakpoints in a row do you think we're going to see? Have I ended the breakpoint streak by hypothesizing whether we're going to see an end now?
I don't know. I didn't even expect more than like 2.
Can we go to 6-6 all breakpoints? Have we ever seen that before? I doubt that.
I don't know, honestly.
I remember matches where we've seen a lot of breakpoints, but I don't think 12 in a row. I might be wrong though. Feel free to correct me if anyone remembers a match like that.
Imagine 12 in a row, and then they all have seen a tiebreaker.
They were just sleeping this whole time. Well, if N-Wolf, our statistician in chief, doesn't think we've seen 12 in a row, then he's probably correct. 8 breakpoints in a match definitely has happened though, so we're halfway there. So here we go, double time number 3, the last double time pick on the table. Both teams taking 2 breakpoints off their opponents, so it's 2-all. This is Italy's pick. .100 combo, and both teams still holding. No problems thus far in the calm beginning section.
Everyone holding the SS as well.
Yeah, Vito once again opting to take that hidden and everyone else ignoring it. 200 combo down, no problems as yet.
A 1 droplet advantage for Italy right now. Oh,
That's
a
gonna
miss
give things,
from Vito though.
Yeah, that's going to give things slightly more, and another miss from Vito as well. So Russia taking a pretty healthy advantage here now. Vito's going to have spent a lot of time at that low combo where score is really punishing.
Yeah, Russia's gonna need 2 misses to lose this advantage now.
Coming up to halfway now, Russia still looking really strong other than that droplet miss from Memorial. As you said, Vito dropping once again though, not having a good time at this double time pick. Nelly going to go down now though. That's one of the now many misses that Italy will require from the Russian side in order to come back into this match, with 1/3 of the map still to go.
Is that going to be enough though?
I still think we'd need at least 2 more misses from Russia here. There's one of them, Memoriola, going down on those highly spaced 1/2 dashes. A little bit of a fake pause there. Score difference is shrinking. Nelly back up at 200 combo. Memoriola still a bit of ways to go. Vito obviously back at 300 combo. That's 1 miss for an Insomnia. This is going to be close now.
No, this is going in Italy's advantage.
Will we finally see a team win on their own pick? Italy holding strong after those early misses from Vito. Kamen armor looking fantastic here.
It looks like they have finally woken up.
And that is going to be in the end. Not as convincing as the score bar suggests, but really strong performance from Italy in the end there. They take a point on their own pick for the first time. And you've got to wonder, did they not pick this earlier because they didn't realize how confident they were? You see those 2 double S's coming out of Alma and Kame there. Or did you feel that Russia would have performed better and they were hesitant to pick it for fear that Russia would be able to do the same thing and get like a double S themselves? So just 1 miss from all of the Russian players, not performing badly at all, but just really unfortunate. When your opponents get a double S, there's not too much you can really do other than play perfectly.
Yeah, it's just with players like Arma and Kame, you just expect them to, want double time in Hard Rock specifically.
Well, there's none left now.
So they have to rely on Nomad now.
If we saw a tiebreaker here, then there would have been 7 more games played. And there's only 6 in that no-mod pool. So the potential for a hidden pick that is forced to come out is not negligible here. Vito only playing the 2 converts and is now bowing out. Doesn't look like we'll be seeing him again for the rest of the match. Russia taking quite a bit of time to decide what their next pick is going to be. They only have 2 mods to pick from, but 8 maps that fit that category. Really getting quite close to the end of that 2-minute allocation now for their opportunity to pick. No mod 3 it is, Oceanus. Well, Russia didn't manage to win the first consistency pick on Hard Rock 2, so they're going to go for one of the 2, or one of the longer picks in, there's actually 3 long picks that are almost all the same length in the no mod pool. All of the odd ones. So this is lots of calm sections and lots of streams with very big difference in intensity between the 2.
Yeah, with the streak of breakpoints over, Russia might be able to pull this one.
Yeah, the problem is they don't want to let Italy get too far ahead here. 4-2 is definitely not kind of home free when it's first to 7 points. But considering they've been so close for like all of the match so far, you don't want to let your opponent get too far ahead and run away with things. So underway with game number 6 now. Italy securing the first non-break point of the match to take themselves to 3-2. Russia looking to win back a point of their own and keep the scores level.
Everyone holding pretty well at 200 combo so far.
Yeah, no one having any major issues with that first streamy section. Nice little calm period of reflection now.
It's the perfect time to miss.
It is, just when you want to kind of relax a little bit and prepare for the next difficult section.
Yeah, nobody does it.
Well, this streaming section is going to be a little longer and a little bit more difficult than the previous one. There's so much anti-flow being thrown around here. The precision the players are going to require to not over or undershoot is immense, but they're all doing really good so far. 500 combo up now and still no problems. Making these wiggles look easy. Insomnia is going to be the first to go down though, just undershooting a little vertical slider there towards the end of that stream section. Italy with the first advantage.
And every other player is still holding an SS. Still a lot of map left for things to turn around though.
Yeah, Insomnia back up at that 200 combo mark now, so the score difference has stabilized at about 20,000 points. They get to a break here, they can see that Italy is still holding on to those 3 FCs, Russia with just the single miss. It's still anybody's game with just over a third of the map still to go. All of our full combo holding players now at 1100 combo. Pressure beginning to build here the further they go. They can see another break, they know that there's no further mistakes. About 1 minute still to play in this game. Just the one miss from Memoriola, the difference between the two teams right now.
At least Russia knows that they can still possibly win this.
They require a drop from Italy very, very soon, though, and it does not seem forthcoming.
Oh,
Insomnia is
no.
going to be the one to drop once again.
Yeah, Italy is running away with it now.
I mean, we've seen plenty of breakpoints this match so far, but there isn't really much you can do on a pick when your opponent's triple FC as it looks, and 2 of those FCs are double S's. Just a couple of droplet misses coming out of Sir Waffle's side. Coming into the final bit now, and no further mistakes, just a nice calm stream curve towards the end there. Triple FC for Italy, 2 of those being SS's, Armour and Kame again. Memoriola with the double S, Nelly with the S as well, but unfortunately it was just a couple of drops from Insomnia that swing this one. Italy secure another break point, that is the 5th in the match so far, and they are now 4-2 with a little bit of a gap between themselves and Russia.
And for the first time in this match, a rather convincing win.
So now it is Italy's turn to choose no mod or hidden. 7 maps remaining, 5 in the no mod pool, 2 from hidden. Three of those no mod picks are specifics, that's no mod 1, 2 and 4. No mod 5 and 6 are converts. Both of the hidden picks left are specifics. The hidden convert was banned by Team Italy at the beginning of the match. Italy's turn now to think long and hard about what their next pick is going to be.
They don't want to think too long, though.
Yeah, neither team has been over the allocated 2 minutes, but they've come pretty close on several occasions. You don't want to go over time and get your map picked for you, and they're going to go with no mod 6, Chaos Eater. So this is the shortest map in the entirety of the pool, just under 2 minutes in length. Approach rate 9.8 without mods, circle size 4.5. I love reading full screen 1/2 jumps, approach rate 9.8. It's incredibly fun.
I can't say the same.
I was being sarcastic, of course. It's like hard rock, but without the hard rock little icon. Trollingor are going to be coming in for Italy now, making their first appearance. This is the 5th player for Team Italy that we've seen in this match. Russia still with Insomnia, Memoriola and Nelly. So Trollingor making their first appearance for this, the first no mod convert of the match. Vito was swapped in for both the hard rock and the double time converts. Just waiting for all of our players to ready up, and then we'll be getting underway. Game number 7. And there it is, the start command from our ref Leo. And we're underway. Italy having won 3 break points to Russia's 2, currently leading this match 4-2. It is best of 13, so first to 7 points.
Yeah, out of the maps remaining, this one was kind of an expected pick for Italy. Ooh, early
Nelly with an early miss on those little backwards triples. On a short map like this, that could prove very punishing.
Yeah, but on a map this difficult, you're going to expect a lot more misses, and there's one from Kame and Insomnia.
Yeah, Italy going to retain the advantage with that traded miss there. Kame and Insomnia now both getting back up to 200 combo. Trolling Gore is going to drop though. Kame goes down as well as another miss from Trolling Gore. Memoriola trades one of those misses, but Russia will take the advantage here.
Yeah.
Only about
these jumps though.
Yeah, only about 45 seconds left.
Ooh,
Trolling Gore really struggled.
Everybody
out
on
of
Italy
those there.
missed.
Yeah, Trolling Gore and Arma went down massively.
The only
Arma
one to
with a
keep their
little bit.
combo is Nelly.
Nelly doing fantastic on those cross-screen jumps there. Arma going down once again.
Yeah, he is
Memorial is going to drop that.
helping Russia keep this lead, but he misses.
Nelly's gone down, but he's built up a big buffer that Italy probably can't recover from here.
Yeah, this map is almost over.
We see a traded miss there between Insomnia and Arma. Everyone
missed
at the
it.
end, except Memoriola holding right to the end, almost getting back up to 200 combo. So there were
Just gonna
Nelly,
give them
the
that
hero.
little bit more of an advantage.
Nelly, the hero for most of that map, and in Memoriola, just ensuring that at the end there was no chance of an Italian comeback. We see another break point, the 6th in the match, and Russia managed to get themselves back to within 1 point of Italy. This game is still alive and kicking.
Yeah, Russia absolutely dominated on that map.
Yeah, Italy looked strong at the beginning, but really were not quite prepared for some of those cross-screen jumps towards the end. Nelly held expertly through the middle section to give Russia the advantage, and they, despite missing a little bit towards the end, they had built up way too much of a buffer. There was no way they were losing that one without a full team miss. So now Russia have another chance to pick, win, and tie the scores back at 4-all, but they're going to have to do something they haven't done a single time so far this match, and that is win on their own pick.
Maybe it's time to dip into that hidden.
You want them to go for it so badly.
I do.
We're going to do a little hidden dance to summon the hidden power that they will need. They want to avoid hidden as long as possible. There are still 4 picks with which they can do so. 3 specifics and 1 convert. The chat seems to be baying for some blood, asking these teams to pick hidden, but I don't think it's going to happen until it absolutely has to. And even then, they're not going to like it. But maybe we'll be surprised. We've seen some really aggressive, risky plays pay off in this tournament from other teams.
I mean, sometimes you just gotta be risky. And we're going with more Nomad. Nomad 2?
Yeah, Nomad 2. The fastest Nomad pick in the pool. Fairly average in length. One of the more technical picks. Italy using their timeout on their opponent's pick. This is interesting. Do they need someone to reconnect, or can you only use your timeout on your own pick? That is what the ref Leo is suggesting here. Well, if Italy have been denied their timeout and 2 of their players are absent, so Waffle now jumping in. And there is Kame back, so they do dash back in just in the nick of time. Maybe they wanted a bathroom break or a snack break, but it is not to be. They have to wait for their own pick. Well, the alternative might be true, and Italy just haven't practiced this map at all and wanted a 2-minute timeout to be able to play the map. But I would hope that wasn't the case. I guess we'll find out whether that's the case as soon as this game gets underway.
Kame saying he played the first 100 combo.
So they were actually practicing the map, trying to use a timeout that they weren't able to use. That is a bold strategy. I don't think it's going to pay off, though.
Yeah, it looks like it's not.
It could be mind games, though. Maybe they're all going to triple FC. Insomnia are going to be the first to go down on one of those little wiggling streams. Everyone else making it to 200 combo without too much difficulty, it seems. Insomnia back up at 200 combo now. About 35,000 points the difference in score. Everyone wiggling these little streams. Nelly and Sawaffle both go down on that huge slider velocity section right there. Both just dashing away slightly too early. So the score difference remains.
Gonna just keep that lead. Oh, but Sir Waffle missed again. It's not gonna be. Oh wait, Kame missed. That's
many drops there from many misses from Kame there on that linear stream section. Russia taking a little bit of advantage here with just under half the map still to play. Russia really need this victory to tie things back up at 4-4 and just build a little bit of confidence that they can win something they pick. The Moriola and Armor both still holding on to those FCs with just a single droplet miss apiece. Which team is going to blink next? There's running out of time, still about a quarter of the map to play for as Moriola and Armor hit 1,000 combo. Insomnia is going to be just behind. The score difference is just over 40,000 at the moment.
Oh, Kame missed though!
Yeah, Insomnia trading, but Kame with multiple misses there.
Yeah, it's going to go ever so slightly more in Russia's favor. More misses from Kame.
Ooh, yeah, Kame really struggling on these half jumps. Just falling out of rhythm ever so slightly is making it so punishing. Very rarely you just see a single miss. Nelly is going to go down once, but it is not going to make a difference. Russia secure a victory. 4-all. They win on their own pick. And Italy, despite the FC from Armor, Kame really did not have a good time towards the end of that pick.
No, he did not. He kind of fell apart there.
Proving that the Titan does have a weakness. He is not invincible. Maybe the pressure of having to play everything is starting to get to him.
That could definitely be.
Well, Kame saying random freezes in the second half. That is unfortunate, but it is is not something that can be done. I suppose that solution is in some ways better than the falling apart and getting nervous and not playing to your potential. But in some ways it's worse because there's just nothing you can do about it. Insomnia saying, let's pick Hidden. It's not Russia's pick next, but he's asking Karim to pick Hidden from the side of Italy. That is Kame, of course, that recent name change. And Kame promptly telling him to shut up and get on with the game. So still 3 no mods available, and at this point, unless a team wins 3 games in a row, we are going to see Hidden here, and it is going to be Montage coming in now. No mod 5, the last of the no mod, and last in fact of anything in the pool, converts. This is another reasonably long one, just under 4 minutes in length. One of the slowest though.
This will be a consistency pick for sure.
Troll and Gore coming back in for Italy.
I would not let the low BPM fool you on this though.
Arma suggesting that he is also receiving lag, but it didn't seem to impact too much on that last pick if you can still get a full combo. The mind games coming out in the chat here now. Both teams saying, you're not going to FC. We're going to outperform you. Do you try and buy into the mind games and psych out your opponent, or do you stay silent and let your fruit catching do the talking?
Staying silent could be a mind game of its own.
Well, we'll find out which is the better strategy in about 3.5 minutes from now as we get underway with game number 9. Russia 4, Italy 4. Both teams have won once on their own pick and had 3 breakpoints, so that's 6 breakpoints in the match thus far. We're not exactly sure what the record is, but we know that 8 has happened. That we need a few more breakpoints if we want to break that little record. Okay. Looking like some of Italy's score from the previous match was carried over into this one. That got quickly corrected though.
Very early miss from Insomnia.
Yeah, just not quite holding dash for long enough on some of these sliders. The slider velocity is really high here. As you said, that BPM is deceptive because it is mapped in a double BPM style, so it does feel more like a kind of 270 BPM map in some of the more dense parts.
Bullingorn missed right after 200 combo.
That is a very, very unfortunate place to miss. It's going to be very hurtful to the Italian team's overall score. And Russia do take the lead there. Trollingor going to miss once again. A little calm section now for Trollingor to build combo back up. Insomnia has done the same. No one getting caught out by that spinner. Trollingor now back up to 200 combo. Score difference stabilized. Arma's going to drop there though. Traded with Insomnia.
Ooh, nearly missed 2 though.
That's going to bring the scores very close together. Still think Russia are going to retain the advantage here. Arma now back up at 200 combo. Insomnia does the same. Nelly and Trollingor also there. About 25,000 points the difference right now. halfway through, still a lot to play for. This is one of the longest picks in the pool. Insomnia, once again, just under-dashing to that large slider velocity there, and it's going to drop. Now that is going to bring things very close, and is probably going to swing in Italy's favor by the time Insomnia is back at 200 combo.
We're never closer.
Lots of misses there though. Insomnia goes down again, and Nelly trades with Kame. Italy definitely taking the advantage now with a third amount to play. Ooh, it's coming right back once again.
Russia's favor. Just barely. Trollingor and Nelly missing, Insomnia missing.
Everyone's down.
Italy missing. Everybody.
Everyone is down. Russia have the tiniest of advantages, but Insomnia misses again, and it goes back in Italy's favor. Kame drops. It's going to go back into Russia's favor.
Oh, that was such an unfortunate miss with how close this is.
They have no idea how close this is, though.
Oh my god!
Trollingor goes down. Italy are falling apart at the seams here. Russia had a little bit of a slip-up, but they are building back nicely with Nelly and Memoriola. Insomnia not doing too badly himself either. They're building back up that advantage, and it's going to take many, many misses now to give Italy this one back. Memoriola is going to introduce one of those. Will we see any more? It's getting right to the end here, and this could be another breakpoint, and Russia finally taking the lead in this match. Armor going to drop right at the end there. Not going to be a difference. Russia still taking this one. Russia are back on top 5-4. Memoriola with the 1200 combo really anchored their team there for the longest time. Russia with 3 points in a row on the bounce there, coming from a 4-2 deficit to 5-4 in the lead. Now only 4 picks remain, 2 Nomad and 2 Hidden. If Russia don't win the next 2 points in a row, we will have to see something from the Hidden pool unless one team picks it first. Russia have a chance to go to match point if they could secure another victory on their own pick. But they have so few options to choose from now.
A room for him. I want to see it.
There is cries of Hidden being requested from the chat, but it is going to be Nomad once again. Dragons coming in now from Russia, Nomad 1. They are refusing to pick Hidden. They are making us wait. But it looks like we could be in for some in just a little while. Russia are going to have to win this and then the next pick if we want to avoid Hidden. But it's going to be swing rhythm time. Low BPM, but lots of 1/6 patterns and many snappy hyperdashes and direction changes coming out now. The Waffle coming back in place of Trollingor for Team Italy. Russian players, Memoriola, Nelly and Insomnia now playing their 10th consecutive game each. No substitutions on their side.
Yeah, they're holding strong. And considering they're in the lead, it's working.
Yeah, they had a little bit of a shaky start and Italy got a little bit of an advantage, but they are coming back strong now.
Yeah, we'll have to see if exhaustion starts to set in, though. Because they are closing in on 1 hour of consecutive play.
Ooh, yeah, you're right. We are hitting that that hour mark coming up now in just a minute, so we're definitely going to tick over it here. Your match last weekend against France was about an hour and a quarter, if I'm not mistaken, Zach. So you know full well, maybe not you personally, because you got all of your picks out of the way at the beginning, but some of your teammates will definitely know how this feels.
Yeah, Sekre in particular, he's pretty much playing about every single map, every match.
So game number 10, Russia finally back in the lead after a period of intense chasing. They're going to be looking to go to a match point if they can secure this victory on Dragons. No one, Nelly actually getting undone. Just as I was about to say, everyone was holding nicely. Nelly getting undone by one of those super high slider velocity sections. Italy will know that they have that early advantage, given that Nelly has dropped. They can see so in the break.
This from Sir Waffle, though.
Nelly did drop before 200 combo. So in theory, Russia should have a very slight advantage once everyone is back up towards that combo mark. No one getting undone by the little spinner there. Everyone stopping spinning well in advance of the next objects appearing.
There's
Not wanting to be caught out.
advantage.
Yeah, so Waffle's still got 40 combo to go before back to 200 combo. It is a very, very minuscule lead at this stage though. Italy might have dented a little bit into that score lead with the spin there. Arma's spin in particular looked really solid. The Waffle going to go down, Arma going down as well though. That is exactly what Russia needed to give themselves a bit of breathing space with just under half the map still to play. Many misses there though. No, Nelly and Insomnia going down on those extended sliders. So Waffle doing the same. Arma dropping once again though, before he could get back up to 200 combo.
Miss. Oh, Nelly missed though. Kame and Sir Waffle.
Yeah, that's another double miss from Italy there though. No combos left on the side of Italy now. Memoriola finally drops combo, but has once again put Russia well out of reach, I think.
Yeah, Insomnia is going to be the first to reach 200. Followed by Arma, it looks like. Oh, Sir
Waffle goes down though.
Yeah.
Nelly and Cam are both going to get to 200 combo as well. Russia are still extending their score lead now as Memoriola gets back up to 200 combo. Not much left in the map, but Russia's score advantage is pretty healthy right now. It's going to take many, many misses to swing this one back in Italy's favor, and this could well be match point Russia. That miss from Nelly's going to slow things down a little bit, but there's not really enough time left in the map, I think. I think this one is going to go to Russia by still a fairly healthy margin, and it does so.
By
About 80,000 points. That's probably one of the biggest score differences we've seen in this match so far.
Yeah, I do believe so.
But once again, Memoriola holding that combo just a bit longer than everyone else, putting Russia's score advantage well in their favor. Even though there were a couple of misses towards the end there, though, the damage was done. Russia built up that lead, and they win once again to take themselves 2 match points, 6-4. Italy now need to win 3 times in a row, including a tiebreaker, and to nobody's surprise, No Mod 4 is picked almost immediately by Kame, the Italian captain, Platinum. They will have to secure this point if we want to see Hidden.
Yep, the very last Nomad map has been picked.
There wasn't really so much of a pick there as
I guess not.
this is the only thing that isn't hidden, so we pick that. So despite the fact that Hard Rock has been out of the window for most of this match, we are going back to smaller circles. This is circle size 5.2. So it is probably the closest thing to Hard Rock that remains in the pool.
Yeah, it's basically Hard Rock that's not AR-10.
Yeah, it's kind of a wonder that neither team elected to pick this sooner, considering that they really love those speedy picks. And that feeling of Hard Rock with the smaller circle size. But Platinum it will be for game number 11. Potentially the last if Russia can secure another breakpoint. This would be the 7th breakpoint, I believe, if they secured this. We need a couple more if we want to go hunting for that record. Both teams fielding unchanged rosters once again, so Waffle staying in for Italy. So if you're a Hidden fan and you want to see Hidden forced upon these teams against their will, then we need to hope for Italy to secure this point on their pick. If we see a Russian breakpoint, then it's 7-4, Russia advance, Italy go home, and Hidden has no place in the match.
I mean, I think the people want suffering.
Early miss there from Insomnia, just under-dashing one of his little vertical kick sliders. Another miss from Insomnia there. That's not a good start for Russia. Building back up to 200 combo really nicely as we get a quarter lane. Kame gonna drop though. That's gonna bring things much closer together.
Yeah, things are going to be very close to even after this combo's back up.
I think it is still going to be in favor of the Italians by probably about 15,000 points.
Yeah, just a tiny bit, but not... Oh, Arma missing though!
That's really unfortunate, missing almost immediately.
Right before the break, so they know they have the lead, but with Arma just missing, it's going to snap back.
Right before the break, and just as Kame got up to 200 combo as well. Really extending the suffering for Italy here. Russia are going to take the advantage in this slow section, and they know that nothing can stop them taking this advantage as long as they hold it together with a third of the map still to play. Russia need to see a drop here to allow Italy back in as Arma builds that combo back up. But that's a drop from Kame, really definitely not what Italy wanted to see. Really strange miss on one of those slow wending streams. Nerves or lag or tiredness, something must be settling in to cause a miss in that scenario. Very little time left, and it's going to take multiple misses, which Russia are not forthcoming with offering, so Waffle's going to go down, making things even harder for Italy here. And I think this is going to be the match and the victory for the Russian Federation. With 2 full combos coming out of Nelly and Memorial, really well played under pressure, under tiredness from them, to take this one 7-4.
Very impressive showing from Russia.
Yeah, not bad by Italy at all. Just the 2 one misses and a double miss from Italy. But Russia showed a lot of strength, a lot of character there to come from 4-2 down to win 5 points on the bounce and take this one 7-4. They will be advancing in the competition to play, I believe, Chile or Canada tomorrow. And Italy, unfortunately, will be waving goodbye. Their best finish remains the 4th place, that they secured in last year's World Cup. Russia advancing to perhaps their best ever finish in a Catch World Cup. Looking really good for them. You can see them on your screen now. A lot of work done there by Nelly, Memoriola, and Insomnia. Real strong character shown. Well done to them.
Yeah, the 3 of them played on every single map.
So here we can see our bracket. This game taking place in the losers bracket down there. You can see Russia winning 7-4, and it will be them playing against either the winner, Chile or Canada, which is going to happen after this, I think in about 50 minutes from now. There we go. About an hour from now. So there you go. You can see time is going to tick away. We'll be back for that match in just a little bit later. Let me see if I can get an update on that. I'm not sure if we will stay live for kind of 50 minutes until that one and leave you with some music to listen to. I'll try and get a confirmation on that as soon as possible. Looking like stream will go offline. Is that an hour and 50 minutes actually? Oh, my bad. It is an hour and 50 minutes, not 50 minutes. I apologize for misleading everyone. So yeah, that will be at 7 p.m. UTC. So in a little under 2 hours from now. Chile versus Canada. Chile, former third place finishers 2 times. Canada will be looking to secure their joint best ever performance at World Cup if they can go through here. But yeah, 2 hours from now for that match. And a little recap of the previous matches from today. On the left there, you can see congratulations to Russia, China, and Hong Kong on their victories. Any closing words from yourself, Zach, on that match?
Nothing I can think of.
Well then, that will be it for myself, JB Hyperion, and Zach for today. As I said, Chile and Canada are going to be coming your way in a little under 2 hours, so do feel free to grab yourself something to eat and drink. Go outside if it's still nice and sunny as it is here, and enjoy the day. And OsLive will be back very soon for more fruit catching in this semi-final stage of the OsCatch World Cup 2021. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time.